Hi guys, welcome back to this video. In the last video we added this zombie character to the scene. It was running through the scene, and in this video we will add more zombies, create a zombie swarm basically, and remove the two characters we've often seen walking by here. We'll rather run this time, just zombies will be chasing them. What I want to do first is to, when you press F12 and this comes out, now the page reloads because I've added this event listener, basically render scene. So ultimately, if I refresh again, let's see the zombie running through the scene. We're going to look at where we've sort of created a function, basically, and this is what we call load zombie character. I'm going to duplicate that line. I've commented out the other line for the other two characters. When I uncomment that line, started two characters will pop up on the scene. So I will comment this out because it's going to add an extra zombie. So these other characters take 6 seconds. So I'm just going to change the 2 so you get to see them earlier. Yeah, so that's them loaded. So I'm going to comment them out. They seem to be quite heavy actually compared to the GLT for the zombie character. I'm going to comment out the zombie character on call as well, and uncomment the next one, which I'm going to call zombie character swarm. I'll just name it add swarm at the end. I'm just going to reuse the function I've used for this. I'm going to find where the function is. So I'll duplicate this, Shift Alt, arrow down, duplicate that. I'll comment this out. I'll come back to this and add swarm there. And basically, in order to create multiple copies of the zombie, all I have to do is do a zombie 1, zombie 2, and duplicate this line, duplicate. Now here I'm taking care of just a single zombie. So I'll have to change the name of this as well. Zombie 1, zombie 2, zombie 1, zombie 1, zombie 1, and so that's fine. That's a single zombie. So there's something missing there, so that's zombie 1 there. Yeah, so that's a single zombie. Now it's not adding the running animation, so that's because I don't have that updated to zombie 1. Yeah, so we have a single zombie running. If I change this to 2, it's going to run the second zombie. So basically what we want to do is create the number of zombies we want in here and then run this continuously for each zombie. So I'm just going to cut this out and then zombie instance animate new function and paste this here. But what I'll do here is to add the zombie character, zombie name, zombie comma position. So what I'll do is to call this from this function and pass in zombie 1 for instance, and it suggests a Copilot suggests a position, so I'll just accept that, see how it goes. So our zombie is gone. So let's see why that is. Let's go into the console, and zombie instance animate is not defined. So instance animate, so that's probably because we need to, so let's do a static and use the exhibition builder. It's defined, it's not defined, so we're going to change this to zombie since we're passing zombie this time, and zombie as well. So in other words, we're not repeating this for all the zombie instances. I think that's it, right? Yeah. So we need to set the position. Change the position. So it says scene not defined. That's because I don't retrieve the scene. So we don't need the scene in here. We need it here. We just go paste it in there. We just drag this a bit to the side. So we have the zombie now loading, but we need to change the position variable because we need to place zombies in different locations. So I'm just going to say position.x, comma, position.y, comma, and position.z. Yeah, so just that. So that means the zombie, the variables will pass in here. So I'm just going to call this out as well, call this position, because we need to change it multiple times. Let's go come up here and say let position equals to the value. Essentially, you note that all we've done here can be described in this flow. Now, so we want to generate a set of zombies, right? We'll start with 2 just to make sure that we have the numbers right. So we do 2, and then we need to pass that number into a given number of zombie characters and load the zombie character for each one. So what we're doing is that we're sort of doing this within the upper function and then making a call to this function for each zombie. Rather, because basically otherwise we need to sort of duplicate this code for each zombie. So now this is the upper function, that's the swarm, and that's the one we're using to run for each zombie. So now we're going to call this function twice, shift alt, and that will be for zombie 2. Let's see what happens. So zombie 2 is not running, and that's because we have a single variable for the mixer for the zombie 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to sort of create a map of this, so we can add each zombie to a map, a zombie character map and a zombie mixer zombie map. I'm just going to go to where I've created declare variables and make changes, convert this into a map called new map. Same goes for the second variable as well. I'm not removing the old variables because I don't want it to destroy the application. I'm going to go to where I've declared this, go down. Now zombie instance animate, I'm going to make that a map. The set, I'm going to put the zombie scene in there. Same thing goes for the other variable, the set. Now I need to add this variable into that map, but I need to give the variable a name as well. So what I'll probably do is to give the zombie a name from here. Or what I could do, I could create a counter int z counter equals 1 or equals 0 semicolon. Say var, that doesn't is acceptable in JavaScript. So I could pass in a name. So that will be, I could pass in this counter. I could put plus plus counter, and for this as well, plus plus counter, comma, and then here you expect an index. Then here I could name the zombie. I could say zombie.scene.name equals zombie underscore plus index. Yep, that's right. And then I could use that name to add the zombie to the map. So if I want to access that zombie's scene, I just use the name in there. The same thing happens, the same thing goes for this. I'm just going to copy this and paste in there. So that's it set. Then we'll copy all of this, the animation mixer, because ultimately we need to call the animation mixer for all the zombies. So I need to store for each zombie. I need to store the animation mixer. I need to store the character. I need to store the animation mixer in the map, and then we have the zombie clips, zombie animations, and then we sort of play the clip. Well, because we already have the mixer, so I need to come here and say the get. So zombie name and the clip action, the finder should now run the zombie. So now it's breaking. Let's look at why it's breaking. So zombie instance animate, no zombie character swarm. So cannot reproduce or undefined get. So what we need to do here is get the check the so that's supposed to be map. So it's getting a value from the map and then getting a clip action, and then now so what it does now is it gets the clip from the map. So what we've done here is to sort of add the clip for the zombie with the name already set from here, and then once we have the clip we access the zombie running bit. We can also do some randomization of the animations within the zombie character and pick various types of animations, but in this case we're using a single animation. So if we come here and we do a console, the log, which came out the clips, yeah, so we're getting the clips. So if you click on that, you'll see the clip named zombie running. So what we'll do next is which hopefully is the last thing, is that we need to call the mixer zombie for all the zombies so that the animations run, and that we need to do within the animate function. So I'll just copy that and so find where we use this. So I'll just find it, click on that, find, and go to the animate function. So that's where we actually run this for the old zombie. I'm just going to duplicate this, shift alt down arrow. So rather than checking this, we'll rather say if the size is greater than 0, and then we'll say for each, or rather map dot for each makes a key, and then makes it the update. Do we need to change the position? Okay, so we could change the position here, just as Copilot suggested. We could delete this, because basically what we're trying to do is to run this for each mixer within this script. I'll close that with bracket closed semicolon, and then we should have the zombies. Yep, so we have a single zombie running. Let's go see how many zombies. So let's control click, let's console the log, the key, so we'll see what we're actually getting from here. So let's press F12. Yeah, we'll actually print out zombie 1 and 2. So we're probably having the same zombie within the same position. So let's go back to where we define zombie. We're passing in the same position for both zombies, so that's why it seems like we're dealing with a single zombie. So now let's do a position position.x plus equals 4. Let's see what it looks like. And I'll just close this and remove semicolon. Now we have 2 zombies. That's great. So as it is now, all we need to do is to duplicate this So they're running at the same pace, the same position. We could say position X equals that, position Y, and that will be a Z, because it's Z will be equal to, say, 2 plus equals 2. And well, they're not too far apart. I'll just put a 6 and a 6 there. So 6. And we have 2 zombies. So let's duplicate this line, 2 lines. As it is now, we have a prototype for creating multiple zombies. So what we're going to do is, let's try out create 4 zombies, paste. But before we do that, let's see how we could actually run this in a loop rather than actually well, we need to create, let's see, what if we did multiple? Okay, let's see. So let's create, duplicate this, paste and paste, and we're going to have to duplicate this as well. We could do this, and next line. So we're going to break for a while. We'll do this, and then copy, paste, paste, and then make this 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and that's, we have a comma, and then what we'll need to do is make all this for each of them. So we need to find a way to sort of simulate continuous call to this, to say for each. So let's see if we could actually do a zombie list here, zombie list, and let's print it out. So let's comment this out for now. Let's see if we can process this first. Console the log, let's see F12, and I will clear this and then make a change in the code. Yeah, so we have a list, an array of zombies. So that's good. That makes a lot of sense. So let's comment this out, and then we can say for each, and then we can simply say zombie list dot for each, and we would run the script. So we can delete the rest of that, and then we'll just move that zombie, then close that with a closing bracket and a semicolon. That means we get to run this for each zombie. So we could then bring this out. So we have a position already set. We just bring the position out of that list, and so we can, within the loop, we can change the position of the zombies, and then we can do that, and then zombie var counter. So we need to bring counter out as well, and then let's see, bring that backwards, and then for each zombie we get to do this actually. So let's see what happens. So we have a problem. Zombie 1 is not defined, so it needs to be zombie.zombie1. Let's see what happens. Yes, we have quite a number of zombies created. We only see one actually, so let's see why that is. That's because we're passing the same position. So we could change the position by saying position dot x plus equals 5, position dot z plus equals 5, and let's see what it looks like. Now we should be creating multiple zombies. Yeah, so we're creating multiple zombies. So I'll remove that semicolon and then put the x at -5 and the z at 25. So you can see more of the zombies at a time. Yeah, so we have 6 zombies now. Now we can use the random function. So we can use the random function to determine the position of x. Instead of adding to x, we could, first of all, let's comment this out so it stops loading the zombies. We could say position x equals, let's use the math, the floor, so that it keeps the number within a range, and we can mark the random times 10 -5. Do we want to add -5? Let's say times 50. Not sure whether we need to have the -5 or just copy this and restart. So let's solve console the log position and see what kind of values we're getting. And I'll press F12 to go into. Let's see whether we can sort out this bit. Okay, so see there's an error there. Position, wrong spelling. Double I. Remove that, and then let's see what we're getting for the position. We still have an error. Position is not defined. And here, oh, missing an I here there. So put in the I. Yeah, so we're getting this range. So that range will be across the scene here. We need to keep the Z beyond 20 because, so we need to say plus 25 and probably put this at 30. So we can keep the zombie in front of the building, because I think in front of the building is about Z equals 25. So we have Z being beyond 25. So now let's comment out. Let's remove that and comment out the uncomment the zombie instance animate. Now hopefully we're not going to get any more bugs, but now we can see that the zombies are sort of distributed across the scene. And then we could probably increase this to, so now we see the number of zombies moving around. What we'll probably do is change the interaction to object controls. Right now we're using camera animation, so what I'll need to do is just uncomment the object controls and comment out the camera walkthrough. And what that gives us is that now I can use my mouse to navigate the scene, and I can easily view the zombies from the top. So of course there are much more efficient ways to do this. Well, probably I could simply simulate this and then add that into another list dynamically. So I'll copy this and duplicate. I could as well clone this, but that's another option rather than loading them differently. So if I increase this number to, that will be 12 this time, I'll just move their number back. The current number a lot more zombies. I'll probably remove the environment, the entire model of the environment. So I'll look for where I've done the loading of the scene, and that will be exhibition model, and I'll comment that out. I'll comment out the building, probably do a blank comment, and that building should be out, and probably the enclosure as well. I think I could, yeah, so now we have just, yeah, so there's actually a cube in there. Yeah, I think there is. So if I comment this out as well, that was a stand, supposed to be a museum piece. So if I remove that, I have an entire scene. So I can move all these zombies a bit backwards, and then I we need to go into function where I load the zombies. So now we have a group of zombies. So what I could do is put the Z. So we need to sort of bring the zombies backwards on the Z axis towards the negative. Yeah. So now we need to move the zombies back along the Z axis towards the back. I could so that would be the negative Z. So I'm going to put minus 25. Let's see how far back that is, and then we scroll up. Wait for zombies to load. Now that's not far back enough, so I'm going to look at this. So I think it's because I've added 25 here, and I'll just leave that at 25 and remove the plus 25 here. Let's see how far back that is. Well, it's a bit backwards, but I'll just put this time minus 10. Let's see how far that is. Yeah, let's put minus 30. Yeah, coming far back. Strange to be able to look at them from here as well. So let's sort of centralize them because they seem to be on the x-axis mostly. I'm going to put a minus 35, minus 40. Let's double minus, remove that. And it should be spread across here. Well, they're way far back here. So what if we now sort of duplicate? All we need to do is just duplicate. Just going to select that and Alt Shift multiply that. I'll just undo that and redo and duplicate. And let's see what it looks like. Wow, they're way back here. So I think let's see. No, that's why I undid that. So added duplicate minus. So let's see what it looks like now. The should be spread across the same. Okay, so there are more on that side. So I'm going to probably increase this the x-axis so it's spread across this scene. I'll put that at 120. See what happens. Yeah, so they're way spread out. So I think that's a bit too much compared to 80. Yeah, so that seems to be to make it a bit more sense. So all I have to do is just duplicate this as well. I mean, ultimately, all we need to do is to repeat this and just give a number, and they have a group of zombies. Well, just to show you how this works, I'll just so duplicate this multiple times, and then we ultimately should get a swarm of zombies. Yeah, so it's taking a while. Yeah, so we're getting a swarm of zombies all basically running with the same animation. Last thing we probably want to do is to add in the character that will probably run from the zombies, but we'll probably do this in the next video. But so in this video, all we've been able to do is to sort of modify the app to sort of simulate multiple zombies, though running in synchronization. All we could do as well is to change their animations, take a break, so they could randomly choose a different animation while still running. So they're still running probably right now just on no floor. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. It was a bit long, but we'll probably get to see how we could simulate these zombies chasing people around in this scene. Yeah, thanks. So see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.